These people are psyching themselves up for a unique experience. They believe that walking on hot coals will change their lives.
You know, it's not a matter of whether or not a person burns or they don't. The issue is, were they frightened and did they turn the fear into action?
They've been persuaded that they're able to do it safely, but that's not the case.
Hi, thanks very much for taking a hold of this tape and taking the time to listen. I'm going to ask you one question. What if you could learn how to break through any fear that was holding you back? How could a firewalk seminar, and that's what we're talking about here, is the firewalk experience, change people's perspective? Our company offers a full money-back guarantee on all of our programs because we want you 1,000% satisfied. Please take it on board. Thanks for your time. All the best. Full success.
Full success is the marketing message behind the latest personal development craze to hit Britain. US-style seminars run by this man, Shaun Kane James, and his American wife, Sunshine, are attracting company managers, salesmen, and ordinary people who believe he has the power to change their lives.
So everybody's got them.
But changing mind and body the up way is different. For £89 plus VAT, they want you to believe in yourself, turn your fears into action, and walk across hot coals.
I think people are being manipulated into doing dangerous things, and they've been persuaded that they're able to do it safely, but that's not the case.
There is a danger for the person who goes through that firewalking to feel that in some way they are better than the person that hasn't.
I really am scared, but I am going to do it, and I'll do it first.
We're dedicated to giving people options and choices in life. The Fear into Action Firewalk event, where we take 200, 300, 400 people, and after a 6-hour preparation seminar, we show them how to walk over coals that are burning at between 1,000 and 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Really, the real issue with that seminar is not the actual firewalk, it's the skills that they learn in the 6 hours.
The practice of walking on hot coals has its roots in Far Eastern religious ceremonies. Surgeon Paul Levick has witnessed the results.
I've seen burnt feet in Sri Lanka, and the patients have been disabled for the rest of their life. The extent of a burn is dependent on 3 things. The temperature of the burning agent, the time of duration of contact, and the thickness of the skin. Now, the soles of the feet have got the thickest skin in the body, so is able to tolerate heat better. The temperature is very high, so providing they keep a minimum of contact on the hot coals, then they may get away with it. But if somebody stumbles and trips or their clothing catches light, then it'll be a very different matter, and we'll see some very serious injuries.
Last year, the manager of this hotel walked on hot coals. We followed Robert Kirby as he prepared to lead a team of his staff on their first firewalk.
Okay. I'm now less afraid to tackle major challenges. I just recall that firewalk and I put it in perspective, and it makes any challenge now seem a lot smaller. I can do anything now as a result of that firewalk. Rachel, I think you're chairing the meeting this morning. Good morning. So
okay.
Over to you.
Thanks very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Right, start with the figures for last night. Room sale last night, 125.
The thing that really excites me about the 14th is taking a team of people who I work very closely with. It will enable me to work even closer with them. It'll improve the rapport, and as a result of that, the services will improve. I've got no doubt about that.
Sale pharmaceuticals.
Are you doing the firewalk on the 14th?
I'm not sure, no.
You're not sure?
Not at the moment, no.
I'd like to give it a go.
You'd like to give it a go?
Well, I don't know how my feet would cope, but yeah.
They'll cope. I don't want to force anyone. They must want to do it because they want to do it, not because Robert Kirby wants them to do it. And I believe people who are doing it because they know there's something in it for them, and also that it'll help the hotel.
Thank you.
Have you heard about the firewalk?
Yes.
You on?
You'll tell us where it benefits us to go on it then.
Okay, let me tell you what I got out of it, because I did it back in July. As a result of doing that fire walk, I found that my comfort zone had enlarged 3 and 4 times. So whenever I've got a challenge now, I just think about that fire walk. I think, hang on, if I walked across those coals, this challenge that I currently have, I just think about that and I find that I can do it.
How does the firewalking actually relate to managing a hotel? The skills involved are so different that it would be dangerous to say, well, because I've done this, I can therefore do that.
Julian Shepherd has also walked on hot coals. Now he wants his wife Alison to share the experience with him.
He actually phoned me up and told me that he'd walked on fire. I was just totally shocked. The first thing I had to do was look at his feet, make sure his feet were all intact, which they were.
Certainly one of my wants is for Alison to do it with me, because I think, as Alison has said, it's that very strong bonding relationship that you can get out of the firewalk.
And we've got a very close relationship now, but I think that to be able to do it together will bring us a lot closer together.
I think that if you take a cross-section of the people who will be on the event, you'll find that those people want to get more out of their life. These people are going to take 7 or 8 steps through a bed of coals. So the question is this: if they can change that aspect of their life and they can do something that previously they believed was impossible, what else might be possible?
Right, people will come around here, deposit the shoes, start here.
Okay.
And then, as you can see, the timbers here, these are just briefly marked out. This will be the start of the walk.
So we can't walk tomorrow then? You'll okay with the sick pay then?
We'll look at that. We'll look at the contract, see what it says. I don't think it says anything about fireworks.
About firework in it. No, I actually checked that before we came out.
I like that bit.
I've not been coerced or persuaded now. You're doing this all on your own accord, aren't you?
What about the condition of the ground now, Pete?
It's okay. Well, what I've done, I've brought plenty of tarpaulins
to
cover it. Should it get really muddy underfoot, we'll cover the whole area.
Okay.
If it gets really muddy.
Okay.
But I don't think they'll be worried about getting feet dirty.
No, I don't think so.
They're worried about that, they're going to worry about the fire.
Yeah.
With just over an hour to go, more than 100 people are expected to attend the event. Despite the cost, about £100, the company denies the event is a money spinner for them.
We've spent a tremendous amount of money learning the technology, bringing it over here. There are a lot more expenses in a seminar than people realize. Of course, we do this for a living. You know, we're not a charitable organization.
We have to pay expenses. I've been working for 2 months here promoting this event. It's certainly not a money-spinning operation or generation. And if you want to have a look at our books, that will confirm that, that's for sure. In fact, eventually, I would like to run these events free.
Can you see these, Steve?
How do you mean?
Can we?
I believe we're going to get excited in some way.
He says that all the time.
So I believe, so I'm led to believe that is, but something's got to happen to get you motivated into a state of madness, I suppose, what all these hot calls.
I feel a lot happier now I'm actually here talking to people and getting things raring to go in about, well, another 10 minutes hopefully. Should be in there with Shaun doing the stuff.
When you've had a baby, then this can be nothing. So it can't be any worse, can it?
I didn't want to get up out of bed. I thought, no, I'm going to stay here all day. I mean, I've just knocked things over from nerves. It's been quite funny, actually.
Any doubts that you'll do it?
No, I think I'll do it. I'm determined I'm going to do it. I hope.
Hi, Chris. How are you? Good to see you. You okay? Hi. Thanks for coming down, John. How are you? Okay. Good to see you. Hi. How you doing? All right? Very well. Hi. Great T-shirt. Hi. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hi, Robert. How are you, mate? You well? Good to see you. Hey, look great. Fabulous.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Nice to meet you. How are you? Okay? Great. Super. Hiya, how are you, Shirley?
Brilliant, thank you,
Okay,
Sharon.
nice to see you.
You'll see a lot of fun, basically. That's really what it is. It's an evening where people can have a good time and they can learn. And I think if you learn with fun, it stays with you. I like that approach my own self. And then at the end, there'll be the very dramatic walking on the fire. It's going to be exciting. I mean, I just get chills thinking about it. I sort of envy them their first time.
Sunday afternoon, it's not your typical Valentine's Day. You're going to remember this one. So I could talk for a long, long time, but I know you want to get started. So right now, I want to introduce Shaun Kane James.
I think that the vast majority of people share two things in common. I think that everybody wants to make a change in their life.
Okay, good morning.
So I say to people, if you're frightened to do the fire walk, or if you think it's impossible, or the very thought of putting your flesh on burning hot coals and getting across to the other side without burning is unbelievable and very fearful, I say to you, you should do it.
What we want you to do now is we want you to handle this fear of rejection that you may or may not have. So I'm going to show you how to do it.
I always say to people, the fire walk isn't the hard part. The hard part's the 6 hours before.
This person is going to be your partner for the rest of the day. And it can't be the person you came with. I want it to be a complete stranger. And you're going to get to know this person extremely well in the next 6 or 7 hours. Okay? So, you've got a minute now. In your own time, go for it. Come on, break through it. And then sit down with your partner. When you've got your partner, sit down with your partner. Okay, now turn to your partner. You can move the chairs around. Turn to your partner so you're facing your partner, please.
I don't think I'm going to get anything out of it, so I've walked out.
Do you think you'll go back in?
No, I can't see it. I've no interest in it, you know, because I agree with what it says. So, you know, I know my limitations and I know what I'm like, and I don't need that sort of thing.
Okay, now a three-way massage. A three-way massage now. So that get into groups of 3 now. Any 3 people, quickly, and then give them the patty hold. Any 3 will do fine.
He just left. He obviously had come and been looking forward to participating. And then to say if anybody wants to leave, they can do so. And at that moment, he got up and left. Now, he should have been picked up by a professional helper and talked through so that any feelings of inadequacy could have been resolved for him. And I thought that was particularly disappointing.
We are born to win. There's no question about that. We can all live the life that we want to live. The only question is this: what are we prepared to do, and are we prepared to overcome the hardships? Because there's no question at all. Once you start to take decisions, and once you start to question your beliefs, people are going to criticize you. You're going to go back from this fire walk, and tomorrow morning you're going to go to work, and people are going to say, what did you do over the weekend? You say, oh, nothing much, just walked on fire. What? You walked on fire? And then what are they going to do? They're going to try to shake your belief. So get down 5 decisions each that you've been putting off that are holding you back. And I know you've got them, so don't say you haven't got them. I'll be back to you in a few minutes. Okay.
The belief bit I find difficult. I find that hard to limiting beliefs. And then when you think of it, you don't want to admit them.
But you can feel yourself putting your trust in his hands, can't you?
Yeah.
And I sort of told myself I won't do that. I can do it on my own. I don't need you, type of thing. But you can feel yourself giving your trust to him.
I'd say I've got a lot of confidence. A lot of it's confidence. I'm confident that I could do it before I came here. I'm still pretty confident. No, I'm confident. I mean, hundreds of people have done it.
Only 2 fire beds.
Okay.
When the people come out, you're going to be their anchor person.
Okay.
Pick you both because of your energy levels, belief systems, etc., because it's exhausting.
Okay.
Because all of these people are basically riding on you two.
Okay.
Okay.
I did have anxieties that he just chose 2 people and was actually briefing them during the tea break. I thought that was somewhat inadequate.
You will be on their right-hand shoulder.
Okay.
So you'll be here.
Yep.
You're looking at their physiology, which is, as you both know, their breathing, their facial gestures. You're looking at the muscular tension. You're looking at their eyes. Where are their eyes fixed? Anything and everything that gives them a feeling of certainty that they're going to go. Because a lot of people are going to be scared in this group. And it's most important
that when they come to the edge of the bed of coals and they're going, yes, 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 you let them walk whenever they want to walk. Don't leave them hanging on too long, because there's one thing for sure. If you let them walk when they're going down, they're probably going to get a singe.
Okay.
I feel great!
We see somebody who's on the edge of the bed of fire and they're going, they're not going to walk. Okay? Because we want people in a physiology of certainty where they're, yes, yes, yes. And they can do it. There's a big difference. And you're going to get some practice at this now before the fire walk.
Now you can find out which way it leans forward. Yeah, it's just true.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, that's fabulous. You did really great there. Now, we're going to do it one more time to this music. You create the emotional state. At the peak of that emotional state, a unique sound, a unique gesture, whatever it is. So it wouldn't be any good to shake yourself on the hands. But it might be good to go like that, because it's something that you would do uniquely. And then later on, when you want to recall that emotion, because you may have fear flooding through your brain at the thought of the firewalk, and when you want to recall that emotion, you've got to get it. So the key is peak emotional intensity, and then a unique sound, unique gesture. Just one more time. And...
Yes! 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 Yes!
Good job. That's great. You guys are looking real good. In fact, you're not far away from even being able to do it. We've got a lot of preparation to get through. Now, we're going to start the preparation. We're going to do a number of test runs, and as well as having belief, and as well as understanding that it's okay to feel frightened, it's what you do, now you've got to have some strategy. You walk onto the firebed after you've fired your anchor, and you've done your clapping, and you've said your unique word, and walk on the firebed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need to come forward a little bit, guys. And then into the water. 1, 2, 3, and then celebrate. Yes! Okay? I mean, how would you be if you just walked on fire? It's only 1,000 degrees plus, don't worry.
What happens if somebody falls over? What happens if somebody has a hysteric attack? That would worry me, because you only have to have 2 or 3 people who'd had that attack, and you might have a whole group going into hysteria. How would you actually manage that?
Hysteria certainly doesn't even enter into my vocabulary at all. It's just 200 or 300 people having a good time, and they take an individual decision. See, when somebody stands on the edge of that bed of hot coals, they take a decision to step through it. I don't do it.
After 6 hours, the walkers are ready to face the fire.
We aim to do it together. We have done it together. Excuse me, my voice is gone. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Right.
Oh, yes! Oh. Fantastic, brilliant.
Oh, most excellent.
Oh,
most
it's
excellent.
incredible. Gives you
just takes it out.
power, personal power.
It's
Just brings
so
out
excellent.
power.
Excellent, super good, brilliant, amazing. Can't believe it. Can do anything, anything.
Wasn't hot enough.
Oh, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
That was really good.
I ain't doing it again. No chance. I'm not. I didn't like it.
Brilliant! Yes. Brilliant! It was excellent.
Yes, definitely. No, I didn't like it. We didn't feel a thing.
Yes, 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 yes,
yes,
yes, yes,
stand down, left hand down. Oh, what's your feet on this? Yes, 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 yes. 1, 2, 3, race! I got a singe on that one. That's for absolute certain.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's difficult to describe how I felt. I was on such a high. It was a wonderful feeling, it really was. I felt really good.
The main objective is achieved. That is, the bonding between Alice and myself has improved, stronger. We understand each other a lot better. Going through an experience such as that together is a lifetime experience and something, it's an opportunity that not many people get.
I think it's brought us a lot closer together. Definitely.
It was a really good team-building exercise, and I thought I was close to my team, but I didn't realise how far away I was from them until I did the exercise. I believe people should be looking at it as we look at taking people on outward bound courses. I believe you can have similar results by taking people on a firewalk. My main purpose for going down there was to work with my people, to get them across it, to coach them, to inspire them, because that's what I realise. That's what I believe is the role of a manager.
I couldn't get psyched up like the rest of them and really get into it like everyone else. I don't know why, but I just couldn't get it into myself to do that. And it did give me a few doubts that when I actually got down there, it might stop me from going across there.
The only time I had any apprehension was when he said, right, who wants to be first? I stuck my hand straight up and they said, right, after these dummy runs, you go down to the quarter beds. And I thought, But other than that, it was a great sense of achievement because you didn't feel a thing on your feet, you didn't feel anything at all. So I went back and did it another 2 times.
I wanted to be a bit more extrovert than I was before. I tended to be a little bit shy, and I think after all that hyping up that we did beforehand, I think that brought me out of my shell a little bit. I hope so anyway.
They were saying that we'd all be capable of doing it and we'd all be so confident and everything like that. And because when I got down there, I couldn't do it, or because I felt it, it knocked a little bit of confidence out of me.
Now, the critical question is this. Not that we walked on fire, because you knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do that, right? But the question is this. What are the other areas of life now that we're being held back in because we don't say yes to possibility and we let fear prevent us? Now, let me ask you a question. If I gave you a spoon, and after 6 hours, we sat here as a group of 100 people and we looked at a spoon and we went, bend, 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 bend. And the spoon started to bend and melt. How many people believe that's possible?
Yes! Yes!
Well, I'm here to tell you that next year we're going to be doing that. And at the end of 6 hours of work like this, you'll bend spoons with your mind. How many people believe they could break through 3 inches of wood? Karate style. Hang on, karate style, in half an hour, not 4 years. Yes. Now then, how many people...
After the firewalk, the only injuries reported were 1 or 2 slight blisters. No one was seriously burned.